Hi, my name is Allison Townsend, and I'm a fifth grade teacher at Barnwell Elementary School right here in Fulton County Schools. Today, I'm excited to talk to you about how synchronous learning is going to look different in the fall than it looked in the spring. First of all, synchronous learning means the live instruction that is taking place for our students, which first of all, that's a difference within its own. In the spring, we probably saw a lot more asynchronous learning, meaning that it was pre-recorded lessons or separate assignments where a teacher wasn't meeting face-to-face with students. Well, this fall, we're going to see a lot more of that face-to-face interaction, and it's going to be even more improved than what we did see in the spring. First of all, one big difference is that in the spring, a lot of my instruction was very teacher directed. That means I heard a lot of my own voice, and it was a lot coming from me, which I know is not necessarily the best way for students to learn. For a student to learn effectively, they need to be engaging with the learning, talking about it, and actually doing it. And so I'm super excited to have a lot more ways and opportunities for students to be collaborating with each other, taking ownership of the learning process, and sharing their voice, which will lead to higher student engagement and also increased learning. Another way that synchronous learning is going to be different is that in the spring, it was a lot of one size fits all, which again is not the best way to reach our students. We really want to make sure every kid is learning the way that they learn best. So rather than every kid receiving the same exact instruction and the same exact assignments, we're going to be building in a lot more personalized learning and small group time as well. So you'll notice that in our schedules, we have a lot more time built in for small groups where we can meet with groups of children, or maybe one-on-one time as well. You'll hear office hours as well. Plenty of time where we can have that interaction and give kids exactly the support that they need and not necessarily what the whole class needs. This will help really keep kids' needs in mind. And finally, another thing that's really going to help is that our synchronous learning is going to be much more simplified than you might have experienced in the spring. Back in the spring, we had no time to prepare for remote instruction, so every teacher had to rely on the technology tools and everything that they already knew, which means everyone did remote learning differently. Well, going into this fall, we've had plenty of time to plan, to simplify down the platforms that we're using, to create nice, consistent schedules that make sense across our schools and our district. And that's really going to help keep things nice and simple, not only for our students, but also for parents and families as well. That should make things much easier. This fall should not feel like homeschool. It should feel like kids are in school, they're meeting face-to-face with their teacher, they're getting help from their teacher when they need it. And remember that we're here to support you, and we're only one quick Microsoft Teams call away at all times. So I am so looking forward to meeting my students very soon and being together as soon as it can be safe and possible when we can come back together. Thanks.